Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, October 28th, and we're just going to do a little bit of a flow and stretch today. Running a little late, just getting done from the gym and doing some business this morning. So let's go ahead and take it back to our mat. We have to finish a little bit early today as the construction in the laundry room continues. So probably maybe like 5 minutes early. So let's go ahead and take it back. How's everybody doing this morning? We're up and moving on this Wednesday morning. It's pretty cold out there, but the sun's shining, so it's a beautiful day. And we're ready. Let's go back. So we'll start either at the top or at the back of the mat. And let's just start by bringing the feet hip width apart, shifting the weight to the inside of the feet. Pressing those toe buds down and in, lifting the pinky toes. Knee extension, lift the kneecaps up to the hips, take the thigh bones back, stick the booty back, and roll the shoulders back. Open the palms forward and deep breath up. Inhaling all the way down into the belly, exhaling all the way out. Inhaling up. Nice Ujjayi breaths. Keeping those thigh bones back, toe buds pressing down and in. We can release those toes all the way down. One more. Exhale, swan dive or forward fold down, all the way down. Inhaling monkey, alternating knee bends. Bend one knee and press out into the opposite hip. Ooh, feels pretty good. Drawing the chin to the throat, lengthening through the crown. Noticing the hips as we bend one knee and then the other. Pressing out into the hips. Nice. And we'll move into forward fold. So hollow up the belly, create some space to bring the rib cage down to the thigh bone, shifting the weight to the inside of the feet. Lengthening the spine, shaking the head, yes. Letting that head be heavy. Inhaling monkey. Lifting the seat bones, taking the thigh bones back, circle sweeping up and out of the booty. Exhaling mountain pose. Lateral flexion. And oh, that was weird. Because I turned the phone off. Sorry. Lateral flexion. It happens. Side to side. We live in a technological era. Side to side. Nice. Let's hold on this side. Shift the weight to the inside of the feet. Roll the upper shoulder back. And reach a little bit farther down the leg. Lengthening out through the fingertips. Back up to the sky. And to the other side, we'll start with that lateral flexion over. Roll the shoulder back, create some space in the low back, reaching down the leg and reaching over out through the fingertips. And all the way back up to the sky and down. Circle sweeping up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, monkey. Hollowing up the belly, lifting the thoracic spine and hinging into that forward fold. And again, let the head be heavy. Shake it yes or no. Hollowing up the belly a little bit more, hinging a little bit deeper, taking the thigh bones back. Letting the head be heavy. Relaxing the facial muscles. Then inhaling monkey. Shifting the weight forward, shoulders over the tips of the fingers, lifting the seat bones. Lead with the belly towards the floor, lifting up and out of the booty. We'll float those arms out to the side. Bend at the elbows, soften the knees, and gently move through some twisting. Warming up the side body, the back, the belly. Then we'll come back and meet in the center, reach it all the way out. And roll the shoulders back. Back and down. Lead with the elbows on the way back. Thigh bones are back. We have that natural curve in the low back. We're squeezing those back muscles down into that tiny V right above the sacrum. Extend back to mountain pose, circle sweeping up. Exhaling, forward fold. All the way down, inhaling monkey. And again, we might have those blocks out here. And from wherever you are, either stepping back or walking the hands forward, we'll move to downward facing dog. Lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits, taking the thigh bones back, and lifting the seat bones to the sky, hollowing up the belly. Lengthening the rib cage towards the thighs. Relaxing the neck. Coming down to the knees. Hands and knees, flowing cat-cow. Exhaling up, lifting the thoracic spine. Inhaling cow, drawing the chest through the arms. Go ahead and hold this cow pose. And again, we want to pull the shoulder blades down the back. Bring the chest through, lifting out of the elbows. Think about the forearms moving forward as we lift the armpits, lifting the chin, squeezing into the whole back. Let the belly be soft. Feeling all those muscles active down the back. And on the next exhalation, we'll move into cat, pressing up and out of the wrists, out of the forearms, peeling the scapula away from the spine. Think about lifting the pelvic floor, and with each exhalation, we pull in and up a little bit more in this cat pose. Coming back to a neutral spine. And we'll look over the right shoulder and draw that scapula back as we bring the hip up side to side. So we're squeezing into the obliques here, working with the breath, strengthening the back. Side to side, squeezing, breathing. Noticing what we're aware of. How does our back feel through these poses? Maybe our hips. What are we healing today? Where do we need more energy? As we gently come back to center, and let's drop back to child's pose. And we're going to stack the fists here. Hollow up the belly, seating the hips. Let's take a few deep breaths here, noticing the back. Extending the arms out in front, shifting the weight forward, back to downward facing dog. Again, lifting out of the elbows, the armpits, taking the thigh bones back, lifting the seat bones. And the heels might be up here. We have some knee extension going on. The quadriceps are flexed, lengthening the rib cage towards the thighs. Nice deep breaths, taking those thigh bones back. Without moving the toes, we might just lift the heels gently and press the outer edges towards the edges of the mat. About lifting those forearms towards the sky or forward. Lifting the seat bones, taking the thigh bones back. So we'll gently come forward for plank. Nice deep breaths. Keep lifting the hips, lengthening the heart center through the arms. Tips of the shoulders over the tips of the fingers. And gently bringing the knees down. You have to move your hands back a little bit, flowing cat and cows. And again, noticing if this feels a little bit easier. Remember, as we press the hand down and in, we want to feel those forearms moving forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing that things move a little bit easier, smoother this time through. And back to that neutral spine, looking over the right shoulder. So we drop the shoulder back, bring the hip up, so we're squeezing into the obliques side to side. Coming back to the center, and we'll sit back in child's pose. Lift the belly up, create some space here, stacking the fists, seating the hips. And deep breaths. Again, noticing that space across the low back, out across the hips. So we'll gently make our way up to hero's pose. Let's go ahead and just reach those hands back. We'll open up the heart center. Take a little stretch here. Nice deep breaths. And release. So let's go ahead and stretch those feet out just a little bit. So we're going to tuck the toes under here and have a seat back. So again, think about the seat bones moving back. We're leading with the belly, shoulders are back, so we have that natural curve in the low back. Taking a few deep breaths, letting those feet open up and release. Drawing the chin towards the throat, lengthening up through the crown of the head. We might just kind of press back through the back of the head. And gently release. Coming forward, releasing the feet all the way down. Okay, we're going to walk those hands back. So listen to your body. We can do this by putting a bolster underneath our knees. We'll do that too. So we're going to have those hands down. We're going to lift the belly and lift. Stretching the tops of the feet. And gently coming down. Good job. So let's go ahead and grab our bolster. We're going to get a little bit deeper into the legs today because it feels super good. Wednesday. So we'll take the bolster over. Let's go ahead and just come up. So we're going to revisit those two things that we can do these with the bolster. So we'll come up, toes under. So this might be a little bit easier for you. Again, we take the seat bones back, natural curve, and hold. So we connect with the ground when we're on our feet. When the feet get out of alignment or we see toes that cross over like that, we need to make sure that we're stretching and opening the feet. We all want to keep our feet, legs, and booties under us as we get older. Keep stretching those feet. Feels good. Good, and we'll gently come forward. And here's just the opposite, tuck under and sit back. So again, we get that nice stretch in the ankles. This is difficult for a lot of people. So be patient with yourself. Take the seat bones back, lead with the belly, roll the shoulders back. This is one of those areas that we don't really get stretched a lot, so be gentle with your body. And gently coming forward and releasing. And we'll take it off the bolster. We'll set that bolster behind us for now. Okay. So let's go ahead and we have cat toys. Let's go ahead and bring one foot out and one foot in. Flexing the foot, pull the toes back towards the knee, lift the quadricep. The other leg comes down. We're going to lean forward, release the seat bones. So let's go ahead and just start with a little bit of a twist here. That leg is straight out. If I put my arms out, everything is in alignment here. So let's go with a few lateral flexions here. Just get that motion through the waist. We can come over. We can come back. Soften the elbow in the back. And back up. So again, make sure that we're sitting forward, releasing that tissue. Both sides. Toes to the sky. Let's reach it up. We'll use that hand just on the shin bone to bring that upper shoulder back. And then as we roll the shoulder back, we can begin to come over. I'm going to soften the elbow and bring it to the inside of the leg. Still flexing the foot, I want that hand to reach out and grab the toe. So wherever you're at today, and then I'm going to roll the upper shoulder back and come through. Think about pressing the seat bones down and in. Breathing. Wherever you're at today, reaching up and down. Let's switch sides. So really super deep stretch into the back. One knee forward, one leg extended, arms out. Here's those little baby lateral flexions, and you can do this the whole time. Listen to your body. Foot is flexed, lateral flexion, reach up, straight up, so we can hang on here. This might be where we're at today. Or we can roll the shoulder back, bring the arm down, and begin to come over and through. Lengthening out the arms, so I'm lifting my rib cage to the sky. Nice deep breaths. Reaching up, lifting up, and down. Let's come to butterfly, cobbler's pose. Sitting up nice and tall. And remember, we're never like pushing down with our hands on our knees. Let's use the muscles of the glutes to lift up the knees and down. Lead with the belly, roll the shoulders back. So this might be as far as we go today. Heels are open. We have those pinky toes pressing together. We're using the muscles. We're lifting the pelvic floor. As we hinge forward, we might just reach out, lift the elbows. So we're lifting those forearms forward and towards the sky, so like at an angle. Lifting the armpits, bringing the belly forward. Let the belly be heavy. We have that natural curve in the low back. Drawing the chin to the throat, lengthening out of the crown. We might walk the seat bones back here to get a little bit deeper in the pose. Forearms forward, leading with the belly. Breathing deeply, drawing the chin towards the throat, tuning into the whole body. Pressing those knees down. We might begin to sink it a little bit deeper, wherever you're at today. And gently coming up. Drawing the knees together. Good. We'll do a little seated cat and cow. So we exhale, scooping the abs in and out. Inhaling up. Let's hold at the back, lift the heart, lift the toes. This might be as far as we go today. Extend the legs if that's an option for you. We can hang on right above the knees, lengthening, breathing, bending the knees and gently coming down. And we'll take those seat bones back and move into a soft seated fold. Lengthening through the crown. So gently coming up. And so we're about a half hour in. If that's your practice for today, definitely take it down for some Shavasana. Otherwise, we're going to get a little bit deeper into the legs. Let's go ahead and just start with a little bit of lateral flexion, side to side. Draw those knees back, creating space. Nice. And down. Let's switch sides. Up and over. And down. Good. So let's go ahead and grab our bolster again. We're going to get a little deeper into the thighs. Bring it on. You see, I might do this from the side. So let's bring a foot forward, pull the bolster back, and I'm actually going to come onto the toes and back and bring the bolster back to where just the knee is not going to be down. So if we release that foot, the knee is still up. We're pressing the top of the foot down and in. Make sure that the front knee does not overextend the toes. We're a little bit forward here. We can come right up. Think about bringing that hip down. So here's the internal rotation. We can press back and out of that front knee, we can take an arm up. Keep pressing that foot down and into the bolster, or into the floor, the mat. Nice deep breaths. So we'll bring the hand forward and on top of the knee, and we're just going to turn the shoulders. So for some of us, this is enough. Just turning that shoulder. For some, we might want to reach all the way over and roll the back shoulder back. We might sink a little deeper into that, bringing the palms together and the hands to the heart. Softening into the pose. And gently releasing. All the way back. And we can do the other side. So we lift onto the back toes. Take that bolster back. Bring the top of the foot down. Come up. So we're not really pushing a whole bunch. We're bringing this hip down. Here's the internal rotation. We can bring the shoulder over. Take this in stages. Roll the back shoulder back. Or sink it down. Bring the hands together, lift out of the heart, and bring the hands to heart center. And gently releasing. Lift and come up. Let's go ahead and tuck those toes under again. Should feel a little bit easier. So we want to recognize how our progress is going. We're going to breathe into it a little bit more. And come forward, release, tuck the feet under, and sit back. So hopefully each time we do this, it gets a little bit easier. It feels like our bodies are opening, we're creating space, we're letting more light in. We are the light. Never forget that. And we'll gently come forward. Good. And we'll bring the opposite leg forward again. This time we'll take the back leg back. So we're going to keep the hands down, but think about moving the whole body forward. Taking the toes back, back, back in the back. Good. And we're going to bring the opposite hand up as we move into a little twist. Bring the shoulder back and the belly in towards the inner thigh. And we'll reach up if that's an option for you. And you can do all of these on the floor. Sometimes I just like to get a little bit different depth in the body with the bolster. Gently coming down. And we'll heel toe and walk that foot over and down and up. So a modified pigeon or pigeon pose. And bring it forward. So again, we still have that internal rotation in the back hip. If it's an option for you, only if it's an option, I get some wild hair this morning, thread the needle underneath. So remember that whole leg is off the bolster in front, coming down. Feels so good. So we'll gently come up. Turn the back toes under. Bring the knee in and release. Let's do the opposite side. Bring it forward. Take the leg back. Top of the foot comes down and back. We press the top of the foot into the mat. Palm down, hand on the knee, roll the shoulder back, pull the belly in and up and hug it in so that leg is coming in as well towards the belly as we reach up. Lifting the heart center. Nice, beautiful alignment. And gently coming down, heel toe over, flexing the foot, draw the knee down, so we're at a little bit of an angle here. We should be able to come up and down. Internal rotation with that extended hip. That's this one. If it's an option for you, we can thread the needle reaching under and come down. Nice deep breaths. And gently coming up. Tucking the back toes under, lift, in, and back. Good, go ahead sitting back. Good, so we haven't done frog pose for a while, so let's go ahead and do that, opening up the pelvis. So what this looks like is we're going to have the knees open. We're going to pull our bolster in. Remember that the feet are going to be flexed and the lower leg is in alignment from the ankle to the knee. So pull the bolster in. It's a little bit harder on this run. There we go. And coming down. So those feet are out. We're not tucked in here. Let's open them up as much as we can. That allows us to only go as far as our body really needs to. We might have two bolsters here. And we'll just soften into this pose. Little restorative pose. Frog. Deep breaths. Noticing what we're aware of, what our intention for the day is. And the actions that we're taking to fulfill those intentions. Very good. Let's go ahead and press the hands in. Put the big toes down. Lift out of the upper body and bring the knees in. Perfect. So let's move into one more restorative pose. So we're going to have our bolster. And you could just do Shavasana here. If you don't have a bolster or a pillow, you could roll up a towel and just put that behind your low back. So we're working on the curve in the low back, keeping all the neural pathways open. So let's pull that bolster in, start with the knees bent. So that sacrum is all the way back, seat bones down, and we'll just lean back. We can keep our knees bent if we're healing our bodies today. You might want to extend your legs out. Open up the pinky toes to the floor, looking up at the sky. Softening into our bolster, and let's just take a few moments to relax here before we start our midday week. If we're headed out to the office, grandkids, kids, wherever we're at today, relaxing the facial muscles, softening the space between our eyes. Breathing into our heart center. Just allowing that exhalation to freely flow out. reach the hands up and over if you want to get a little bit deeper into the shoulder. You're healing that part of your body today. Feels really good. Just noticing the low back, relaxing the legs. And let's go ahead and bring those arms in or down. And we'll pull the elbows in, palms down, bend the knees. Lift the head and gently press the palms in as we come up slowly. And we're going to finish with the last pose is a little legs up the wall. So find that space on the wall. Reversing the flow of energy. Notice if we're straight. We might just become aware of the energy and the space that surrounds us. Are we feeling calm and relaxed, or is our mind still going 100 miles an hour? Just taking the next few minutes for ourselves to relax, to recharge, let go of the things we can't control, to renew our thought process, to become more lighthearted, present, and peaceful. And we'll draw both knees into the chest. Give Give that back a little love. We'll draw the knees over to the side and gently come up into a soft seated position facing the front. Ooh la la. Ooh. And releasing the seat bones, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe take the head side to side. Look side to side. And coming back to the center. So keep thinking about raising our awareness through the day, what our intention was, and what actions at the end of the day that we're going to look back on and know were the right actions to take. Sorry, my hair is standing on end there. Good. So be present. Have a great day, you guys. Happy hump day. And we'll see you back here on Friday. Let's finish with a deep breath up. Exhaling to the heart. Namaste. Peace.